Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Introduce myself. My name is Santi Fauziah Ramadhani with NIM 200530056, majoring in economics education. At this time, I will explain about the student Brawl. Well, the material that I will discuss on this presentation is definition of Brawl, understanding student Brawl, factor causing the occurrence of Brawl, types of Brawl, impact of student Brawl, and the last is how to overcome Brawl. Before we start the discussion about student Brawl, I will explain the definition of Brawl first. The first is definition of Brawl. The definition of Brawl, according to the Big Indonesian Dictionary atau KBBI, is a mass fight or fight that is carried out in groups. Meanwhile, according to Rais, Brawl is a fight between students is one of the most disgraceful acts committed by a student or group of students to other students or groups of students. So, the activities in the form of mass fight from any group at any age can be said to be brawl. Another opinion says that a brawl is one of the activities of human interaction that is mutually detrimental because one party with other party tries to physical harm each other, either with or without assistive devices. The next material is what is the student brawl? Do you know the student brawl? Okay, the next is the understanding student brawl. Student brawl is a fight behavior that involves several individuals or fighting behavior that is carried out together where there is a group that is the perpetrator and there is a group that becomes the victim. At this time, adults can seek recognition and presence in their environment to gain self-identity. The search for self-identity in adult scans is often influenced by symbols or status that are popular in the wider community. This allows adult scans to seek social status to be considered by joining certain groups. If a child belongs to a certain group or gang at the school, of course, this can have various negative influence to him. The next is a factor causing the occurrence of brawl. There are many factors that cause brawl, mostly because of trivial things, but actually the brawl didn't happen because of these trivial things. The trivial things is just a trigger, while the cause of a brawl is a person's emotional intelligence. Erikson, an expert in development psychology, argues that in the context of searching for self-identity, adult scans are often observed with status symbols that are popular in society at large, such as joining certain groups. This is done by teenagers because they want to show other people, especially adults, that teenagers have a higher status, are more considered, even more popular than other people or their peer group. The factors that cause brawl, the first is there is a chronic hostility, a long-standing bond between the two groups because they are already hostile. So anything can trigger a mass fight or brawl. Two is there is a student role. This usually happens at school. Usually the base is formed by a group of students who use the bus and have the same bus route to and from school. The last is emotional intelligence. According to Rais, one of the causes of brawl is the emotional intelligence factor. A person's emotional intelligence can be influenced by anything, both from the home environment, school, and relationship outside of school. Usually, brawls tend to get emotional quickly and want to solve problems right away. In addition, Goldman mentions emotional intelligence need to be a foothold, even vital. This is because emotions that get out of control can make smart people stupid because they lose control of their emotions. This also happens to students who are involved in brawls who are also predict to lose control of their emotional. So, this concept is considered necessary as an alternative solution to this problem. The next is the types of brawl. The types of brawl is the first is student brawl between two groups of students from different schools who have a sense of hostility that has occurred from generation to generation, or we call traditional. Two is student brawl between two groups of students. One group comes from one school, while the other group comes from the college in which several types of schools are incorporated. The enmity that occurs between these two groups is also traditional. The third is student brawl between two groups of students from different schools, which is incidental. These types of fight is usually triggered by certain situations and conditions. For the example, a group of students who were riding a bus coincidentally ran into other groups of students. Then there was mutual ridicule until finally a brawl ensued. The last is student brawl between two groups of students from the same school but from different grade level. For the example, a brawl between grade 2 students and the grade 3 students. The next is the impact of student brawl. The phenomena of brawl will of course have a bad impact, especially on the children themselves. In addition to having an impact on the child and family, the surrounding environment will also feel the impact of the brawl. According to Raymond Tambunan in Imam Ansari Soleh, the impact of student brawl or fight include the first is students and their own families, especially if they were injured or killed in the fight. The next is damage to public facilities such as buses, bus stops, and privately owned facilities such as shop, window, and vehicles. The third is disruption of other students and teachers at the schools where students get into fight. And the last is overhype. This is the most worrying, namely the reduced appreciation of students for tolerance, peace, and values in the other society. Okay, this is the graphic of the student brawl, and the high is the 2019, and the low is 2020, because the impact of coronavirus, and the students will study in their home. This is scientific data in the 2018, 2017, 2016, 2019, and 2020. Okay, the next is how to overcome a brawl. Based on law numbers 23 of 2002 article concerning childhood protection, brawls are included in the class of child victims of abuse. Child victims of abuse who should receive special protection from the government, regional government, and other state institutions. The protection in the question is in the form of guidance on religious values and moral values, counseling, and social assistance. This needs to be done because teenagers make the decision to fight because of external factors. In addition, there are several things that parents or teachers can do at school to prevent brawls. The first is embed that violence is not a solution to solving problems. Two is managing children's emotional intelligence so it doesn't overflow in the wrong place. Give them space to express their emotion at the school, such as consultation rooms, freedom of speech, and many more. The third is guide to do positive and solid but fun activities. The fourth is instill sympathy and empathy for children. The last is teach there are many ways to solve problems, not only through violence. Okay, that's all explanation by me. Sorry for more and less. I hope you guys like. And thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.